Different lineup to start and a very different box score for the starting front court for the Golden State Warriors, who were plus 42 relative to the Game 3 production, 53-11. Draymond Green is with us here from Cleveland after a very Draymond Green-like night. 17, 7 boards, 6 assists along the way, 6 of 11 from the field after a tough shooting Game 3. And I was just asking you off camera, when's the last time you started as a center?
Man, I haven't started at center since 2008, Saginaw High School.
Really? Remarkable. What did you think the lineup change did for you guys?
It really allowed us to push the tempo. You know, one thing Mozgov's been doing, and, you know, he did a little bit of it today, but not as much, as he just sitting at the rim. And, you know, he's going vertical and, you know, clogging everything up. And we said we wanted to push the tempo of the game and get it at our pace. You know, the first 3 games of this series, even the one we won, it wasn't at our pace. And we felt like, you know, putting Andre in the starting lineup and, you know, pretty much 5 perimeter guys. I'm not a perimeter guy, but, you know, sometimes float around there. You know, it was for us to push the tempo. And, you know, they got off to a quick start, but once we battled that and weathered that storm, we were able to really push it.
So I got 2 questions for you. You made a 3 on that end of the floor, and you said, I'm back. And you was talking to yourself. And I want to know, who were you talking to last night from your family that gave you the encouraging words to come out and play like you played tonight?
My mom, she's here, and she's been texting me, and you know, every time I see her, she's like, "You're all right?" And, you know, she keep telling me, "You're going to be okay. You got to push through it." Then my grandmother called me yesterday, and she said, "Hey, you okay? What's going on?" I said, "Grandma, only thing I'm battling right now is time. I need it to be 9 p.m. tomorrow because I feel like I'm back. I just haven't been myself, and, you know, I have to get back to being me." And once I got a few shots to go down, but it wasn't even the shots. I just felt like my energy was there. And, you know, I have to give it to my grandma and my mom. They've been on me every day.
Yeah. Who needs coaches, right? You get grandma and mom.
Well, Draymond, the other night you go 2 of 10 from the field. You didn't shoot the ball with confidence. In the pregame show, I'm watching you shoot the ball, and you were frustrated. And I said, will you shoot the ball and stop thinking? What took you a game or 2 to get that confidence back that it's still basketball, and we know you're a confident young man?
And I got to thank you for that because I couldn't hit a shot, and I was getting frustrated, and you said that. And I just started letting it go. But I think I was probably dealing with a little pressure of the NBA Finals. And, you know, you tend to trick yourself saying, and you forget it is just basketball. And I knew I had to get back to that, and I was letting that drag my energy down. And once it dragged my energy down, I'm not me.
Right.
And so, you know, I just had to really just get settled in. And, you know, after Game 3 performance, I'm like, all right, I was awful, which in turn made us awful. And it's really nowhere to go but up. But I knew I had to come out with, you know, more intensity and more confidence. I did an hour workout yesterday, just pull-up jump shots, threes, floaters, the shots that I knew I would get.
Right.
And it was able to help me with my confidence, but also just coming out and knowing. And I've shot these shots a million times. I had confidence in them.
There were some things, Draymond, that we saw in the fourth quarter. A lot of people were making some things about David Lee's minutes. But the one thing that David was doing a great job of is catching the ball and being decisive, taking it in. The defense reacted, kicking it back out, just an in-out game. It seemed like you maybe – I don't know. Did you see David doing that to some effectiveness that you thought, you know what, in this game, at the 5 spot, I know Mozgov's going to be trailing and tracking to get back to me because he's hedging on Steph so hard that you could take advantage of the same things that David Lee was doing in that fourth quarter?
Absolutely. You know, watching David do that, you know, it really helped me out because I was catching and kind of probing and looking for instead of just attacking. And once I started to attack, I felt a lot better. You know, Coach Izzo texted me 4 times in 3 hours today.
Right.
And he just kept saying, hey, you're not you. I feel like you're not you. You're not being decisive. Be who you are. And that helped me out, you know. And, you know, so watching David do that, and it changed the entire game in Game 3. We were able to get back in the game. And so I knew if I came out and was decisive, you know, make quick decisions, I was even able to get a couple guys open shots. But, you know, I got to the basket, and, it, you know, I felt like I was in the rhythm.
You also spoke after Game 3 and on the off day about how the Cavaliers, in your opinion, had outworked you guys, that it was Dellavedova, who, as you know, has become like a folk hero around here. He was the guy on the floor going after those balls. How did you feel like you fared on that count tonight?
I think we were a lot better. You know, we got some loose balls. The rebounds that were flying out, we were able to come up with some of those, and that's what we said we had to do. We had to come out and get to the loose ball. Dellavedova was on the floor before the ball got to the floor.
Yeah.
And that's how they were winning games. You can't win games playing like that. We were playing regular season hard, and they were playing finals hard, and we had to change that.
So what are we going to see Game 5 in Golden State from your team?
We have to raise our intensity level even higher than we did tonight. Going back home, you can't go home and say, oh, we're home. Everything's going to take care of itself. This team is going to come in there with a chip on their shoulder, and we have to make sure we raise our intensity level even more and take care of home court.
How loud will Rourke be? How loud will Rourke be on Friday?
Oh, it's going to be guns blazing.
Hey, congratulations on the start of your new career as a center in the NBA.
1-0, thank you.
1-0. So far, so good.
And can you get the tip?
Oh, no, man. That dude 7'3". I tried to jump. The ball was already gone. I said, oh, man.
Maybe just pass next time. Concede the tip and move on from there.
Absolutely.
Draymond Green with us after a Dubs win. It's all tied up at 2 apiece.